Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at the brand new album from a veteran from the Swedish heavy metal scene. Talking about Katatonia. It's their 12th studio album. It's called Sky Void of Stars. All right, so let's take a look at that. Of course, this is on Napalm Records. A lot of metal bands have jumped over to Napalm. Bands that, maybe previously were on Nuclear Blast or Century Media now find themselves on Napalm. Nice big thick booklet showing off all the guys in the band. Here they all are. Menacing looking bats, aren't they? Kind of, the way they look here basically describes or shows off perfectly the kind of music that's contained in most of their albums, right? Catatonia, who started out as kind of like a doomy death metal band, morphed into kind of like this gothic, dark, melancholy, prog, rock, metal type of a hybrid, right? Not quite doom, because they're not really that heavy, but really gloomy and morose and and some of their albums too, lots of hooky choruses and things like that, right? Guys in the band are I hope I say all these names right. Jonas Renski, lead vocals. Anders Nystrom on bass. Nicholas Sandin on bass as well. Actually, Anders Nystrom used to play bass. Now he plays keyboards. Right, you've got Roger Odgerson on guitars and Daniel Moilanen on drums. A lot of these guys have changed instruments over the years because Jonas Ransky used to play drums for them. Okay, now those are the lead vocals. He also plays guitars. Like I said, Anders Nystrom mainly plays keyboards, backing vocals, little bits of guitars. Used to play bass for them as well. So they've kind of moved things around. We've had lots of people coming and going from this band over the years. They've had lots of changes in lineups, but they've been pretty consistent over the last few years. So this comes just about 3 years after City Burials, which came out in 2020. All right, and that one wasn't received all that well. Fall of Hearts in 2016, that people kind of dug that. They've been pumping out the releases pretty regularly over the years. They got 12 studio albums since they debuted back in 1993. The 2000s, they've been pretty busy since 2001's Last Fair deal gone down. They've been fairly regular. Every couple 2-3 years they've been cranking out a new album. So what's the deal with this one? Well, I dig it. It took me 5 or 6 listens before I was kind of wondering whether I'm either bored with the album or it's kind of like a slow grower and it's starting to sink in a little bit. First of all, I do want to make one little comment because this shit always bugs the crap out of me. I really hate when you sell, whether it's a CD or a piece of vinyl or whatever, and on the back you have track listings that you can't read because they're microscopic, and you have track 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 and then underneath that, and it's all dark. Who can read that? Nobody. So when I'm glancing through that, I don't know what any of these songs are titled, right? So you got to go into the booklet and see that the tracks are Austerity, right? Most of these are, Colossal Shade, Opaline, Birds, Drab Moon, Impermanence, Sclera, Atrium, No Beacon to Illuminate Our Fall, Author. That is the last one. So I have been basically listening to these songs over and over and over again without really even looking up and knowing what the track listings are because, sometimes I don't really have time to sit and just study the booklet, right, while I'm listening to stuff. I like to quickly glance at the back, and I can't do that here. So rather than go track by track here, what I will tell you is it sounds like a Catatonia album. Jonas's vocals are splendid as always. He either sounds really mellow, really pained, slightly aggressive, always pleasing on the ears. There's a fair amount of good guitar riffing going on this album, but it's not a big crushing doom album. It's not heavy like some of their earlier stuff. It's definitely, there's more of an upbeat feel. It's definitely melodic through and through. I will say, and there's a lot of keyboards on this album, a lot of synths. So there's that kind of like little, proggy element, which, they've always had plenty of keyboards on their albums, but there's a good batch of it here. What I'm finding on, there's like 3 or 4 songs on this album that if I didn't know any better, they kind of sound like a more kind of depressing version of Ghost. Because there's those hooks are here, and some of these songs, again, they're kind of like, they're dripping with melancholy, but the way they set up the lead vocals and the backing vocals and the choruses, I'm reminded of some of the catchy, kind of heavy stuff from Ghost. That's what it reminds me of. But it's a very pleasing album to listen to. Like I said, it took me a number of listens before I finally realized that, am I enjoying this or am I not enjoying this? And that's kind of been, I was all in with Katatonia. They came out with Brave Murder Day and Discouraged Ones and, Viva Emptiness. I absolutely loved. That was, God, hard to believe that was 20 years ago already, 2003. But, they were really riding high. Early on you had the growling vocals mixed with the clean vocals. Then they went straight to clean vocals and much, much more, less anything relating to extreme metal, and more just like a good, slightly doomy Swedish heavy rock type of band. But Viva Emptiness, The Great Cold Distance, Night is the New Day, and Dead End Kings, I thought were really, really strong albums. And, the last couple albums I've been kind of like, am I kind of tired of the whole Catatonia thing? I don't know. None of their music has really got me all that excited. As it is right now, I'm not proclaiming to be completely in love with this. I do like it, though. I think it's really solid. It's really growing on me. It's pretty catchy. Maybe I want a little bit more oomph from their music. It's like, for me, melancholy music that's kind of doomy in nature has got to have big, enormous riffs. And while there are some really cool riffs on here, it's not that type of riffing. So I don't know. I know people love these guys. I have always liked them. They've never been one of my favorite bands, and I've never been like, oh my God, the new Catatonia, album of the year type of thing. But that's just me. But I do like this. I would recommend this because it's actually, it's very easy on the ears, and the more you listen to it, the more it kind of crawls under your skin, and you start to hear those melodies, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is pretty enjoyable. So yeah, I would recommend this for sure. Sky Void of Stars, the latest from Catatonia. I'm gonna give this. Still don't know what I would rate it. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very solid. Very, very solid. Easy to recommend. That's my review. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together. All the damn time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. And also down below, we've got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as the link to our merch page for all sorts of great Sea of Tranquility stuff. Stay tuned next Wednesday. I got it in way too late to be able to really listen to it and do a review of it for this week. But next week, you'll have a review of Chaos and Color, the brand new one from Uriah Heep. It literally just arrived the day before I'm getting ready to leave for my trip, so I listened to it once. That's not enough. So I'll be sure to listen to it in the car on my trip, and next Wednesday you'll have a full review of that, and probably a couple other things, because we've got, what else we have here? We got the new Ice Age. Definitely want to get to that. New Celeste for all you folks who love Italian prog. Got new Rick Wakeman. Got new Mike Keneally. Brand new archive release from Jade Warrior for all you prog fans, and other assorted things here and there. So we've also got to get to In the Court of the Crimson King, the big box set, which has the Blu-ray, the film, all that kind of stuff, live stuff. Got that here as well. I haven't even touched that yet, so that'll probably be a couple weeks yet. So lots of stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. See you real soon here on the channel. Bye-bye.